The thought behind Laleh comes from the fact that all of us are a ball of energy. I don't like the word energy, but there is no other means of explaining what we really are. The combination of molecules that brings a body such as ours together, and how it held up together with the magnetic field, makes you and I to be separated from each other. Yet, if you take the magnetic field, we're all the same molecules. The palm of the hand has the highest magnetic field of our body. This is why the power of touch is so important. This is why when you are doing your treatment on your client, it's so important to have clear mind, clear intentions, because it's going to transfer from you to them. At the same time, now, due to our lives, the way we live, the kind of things, the stresses we have to go through, and this aging process causes us to have less conductivity, our nervous system, not being able to establish that kind of level of flux that we need, or magnetic path around ourselves. The fact that if we get sick, if we are in some sort of depression, these all causes our magnetic energy to deplete. Think about this magnetic field around you as a beautiful shield against everything outside of you. The less shield you have, the more your body becomes a place for things to grow on, the things that you do not want. So this magnetic pouches that we made, it's a combination of magnet and minerals. Minerals so it can purify the magnetic field. And this is required for minimum of 5 minutes, all the way to 10 minutes is what we are using every other night for 100 nights. The Laleh is actually a core exercise. So what you're doing is you're rebuilding your core, a better you, a more confined within, without anger, without resentments, without pain. Sometimes the pain is not necessarily in your joints or on your limbs, it's actually in your heart. And as soon as you repair yourself from within, all of those pain will go away.
For those who have provided feedback to you that we have posted, they've mentioned better sleep. I noticed, like, for the past 2 nights, I've gotten only 4 hours of sleep. And this morning, after I did Laleh last night, I woke up with adequate energy to get up, go do a workout, and then get the kids to school. And that's just by balancing the magnetic field.
Yes, and that's exactly what is happening. So Nikola Tesla, he mentioned a 2.5 hour sleep is all that you need if you slept right. We all wonder what that means. And that means that if you are totally balanced, a 2.5 hour sleep is all that you need. So if you slept 4 hours, you got an hour and a half extra than you really needed it. So there is 2 steps to this process. When you sign up for Laleh, we ask you to fill out a form. That form is important because it gives me an idea of why you're doing this.
So you're talking about the feedback forms on the online tool. That's important because you are actively involved in the entire process throughout the 100 days.
Yes, you become your own doctor. You will know, because this is going to give you that idea of like, wow, when I feel attuned and balanced, this is how I feel. And when I'm not, and I'm scattered, I know it. So you can immediately pull the trigger and say, stop. And then maybe we can remove ourselves from those areas or those situations that puts us in that turmoil. We don't need that in our body. We don't need that to be in that kind of agitated state. So it is really important that we get to know ourselves. Remember, the question was, who am I? So if you ask that question when you start, and you know what, every night before you do your Laleh, set your intention.
Beautiful. Can we talk about the uniqueness and individuality of somebody's magnetic field? Are there, I guess let me reframe this. You're the only person seeing the results that people submit. Are you finding consistent results where people can expect, I can see X, Y, Z over the 100 days? Is it the same for everybody, or is there some uniqueness for the individual that's going through the 100-day journey?
So very good question. So actually everyone's result it's different from one person to another. Now, one other thing, after 100 days, you can save your Laleh for yourself for another chance that you may have to use it. Some people.
When would that be?
Yeah, whenever that may be. It could be like an accident, it could be a trauma, it could be some kind of a sickness, and you may need to use it. When we pay for something, we appreciate it more. Because of the way we have set up your portal, if somebody hands out their device to somebody else, you're not going to be able to respond to us, so we won't have any way of controlling and supporting you in the treatment time.
Why does it have to be at the same time every day?
It's 48-hour interval. So 48 hours, your body is saying, where is it? Think to yourself, I am balancing my magnetic field. It has to have a specific time that you commit to for 100 days. It's a level of commitment. We all know one thing in the world. We were born on da, 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 da. Doesn't matter when you were born. You don't know anything about your life but one thing. You know you will die. That's all. But you don't know when. So imagine, isn't this body deserves to have a chance to live its best?
And a higher quality of life is a huge gift.
And of course, everyone around you will be benefiting from it. So imagine you are a happier person, more energetic.
Now, you touched on something when you corrected me, because I should have asked, why does it have to be same time every other night? Because it is 48 hours in between. Yes. I know one question a lot of people might have would be, what happens if I do more? Because we live in a society where more is better. And if you love something, you want more of it. So is it bad to do it every day? Is it bad to do it after the 100 days? You mentioned some people they needed to go back to 3 minutes instead of 5 minutes every other day. So what is the quote unquote risk or thought process behind that?
So there is no risk. But there is something else. Commitment to yourself does not mean overdosing. Sometimes when some food is delicious, when you eat too much of it, what happens? You get bellyache. It just means that control yourself. Everyone needs to have boundaries. In this case, we want to be able to control our mind, control our thoughts, control our feelings. Really balancing means that. So when your magnetic field is balanced, your thought process is balanced.
I think we covered everything.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll get other questions.
No problem. We can do this.